Hi, how's it going? Today's apple picking day, and it's the last of the apple picking day. We have two trees, a Norland and a Norkent. The Norland we picked them off probably about 3 weeks ago, and this is the Norland. This is my favorite tree for fresh eating as well as juicing and pie filling. So this is a great tree. I like to leave it go as long as possible in the fall because the longer it goes, the sweeter it gets. They have been falling from the tree, so they're definitely ready to pick. Also, the wasps are just horrible this year, and they're getting in the fruit. So this morning is a cool morning. It's going to get really windy, so half of them will get knocked off anyway, but I'd like to get to them before there's any more wasp damage. So there's lots of fruit up high in this tree, and I've already picked the majority of the lower branches that I could reach, or just with a short ladder. Now we're going to go up with a big ladder and try and get all that fruit in there. It may take some shaking of the tree to knock it down and get them down that way, but we're going to try and get it all today. One thing that I find helpful for apple picking, it's hard to hold something, so I put a backpack on, just one of these light nylon backpacks. I put it on this way, and I open this up part way, and it makes a great pocket, and then you can just dump it into a 5-gallon pail. And this is our second tree. This is the Norland. We try and keep them fairly short. We don't need a ton of fruit. It's just the two of us. And it's much easier for picking when it's kind of spread out and not too much in the middle. It also lets all that sunshine in the middle. So we're all done. It really didn't take too long. A lot of them fell off the tree, or if you gave it a good shake, even more fell off the tree. There is a lot that have damage, but there's also a lot that are really very nice. They're a good size. The ones that broke as they fell, you can see they're really juicy. So I'm really happy with the Norkent tree this year. So signs of damage, it's quite evident. This with the little jagged marks all over it, that's more of a bird. Probably the robins. There was a big flock of robins that flew in here a couple days ago, and I've noticed them in the trees quite a bit. I think they start the damage by pecking. Then it goes to this, and this is insects. There's a wasp sleeping in there. And then I've also come across ants in there. And then some of the smallest bits of damage are just little soft rotten spots like that. But they don't go through the apple. They're really just very easy to cut away. All of these apples are going for juicing, and so I can cut away the damage and still use the better part of the apple. Certainly anything that's too damaged will get tossed onto the compost. So last year I got this steam juicer from Lee Valley Tools. We can put a link for where we got it from. It comes in 4 pieces. The bottom has a reservoir of water, and I use RO water because that's going to be part of the juice, I imagine. Then this piece goes on, and the juice collects in that coned area. All the cut up fruit goes in here. When I juice, I don't peel the fruit. I wash it, I cut away the damage, and I core it. You don't have to core it, but I do. So I take out the stems and the core. That goes in there. As the water boils, it releases the juice in the apples. It collects in here. And you clamp it shut with this. Until it's ready to pour off the juice. And then you just release the clamp, the hot juice pours into, I put them in quart jars, and you seal them up and keep on going. you can continue to add fruit. When you core the apples and remove the stems, you can also take that pulp at the end, and it makes beautiful apple butter simply by using your immersion blender. That's all you need to do, and then it freezes beautifully. The fourth piece, of course, is the lid that goes on. And you don't want to be always lifting it up to see. You do want to check the bottom reservoir to make sure you're not running out of water. So we landed up with 3 5-gallon pails of apples. Out of those, just a little more than a pail are damaged, and they need to be used right away or else they'll spoil. Another little bit better than a pail is not damaged, and they can wait for a bit. And then I got a nice big basket of the big, undamaged, nice apples for fresh eating and easy peeling for pie. The first batch of damaged apples I'm going to juice. So just to show you the final process of the juice making, I filled this up with the cut up apples. There's quite a bit of juice in here now, and the water is boiling in here. And I've got the jar heated, sterilized. That just pours in. There we go. So all done. I landed up with 5 quarts of apple juice, which is not a thin apple juice. It's almost syrupy like. It'll be really good for jam. It's good for drinking, but it's best cut a bit. It is a little concentrated. And then this is the pulp. And as I said, it would make a really nice apple butter or applesauce. But today, because I have enough in the freezer, it's going on the compost. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to see more of my videos, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on, and then you'll know when I have more videos up. See you soon.